Good morning to all of you, the participants. That formally I am going to start today's program. I think I'm comfortable to all of you, and if not comfortable, and you try to make comfortable with me, so that in an amicable way we can go ahead to our main topic of discussion. Here that without making any let us start our program, our workshop, and directly I'm going to my topic. And if time permits, some other things I will tell you. And yes, let us here table of contents. In the last class I discussed up to footnote and endnote. So orientation of landscape and page number formatting. So that is page number formatting we have already done understood. And orientation, this is small part where was left out. I think I will discuss it at the end of this all topics. So this is not a part, just 1 minute click. So in 1 minute click, I can show you how the orientation can be made from portrait to landscape, landscape to portrait. So I'm keeping it set aside at this moment. So table of contents. So table of contents. So here I want to share one page. Let me take this. Okay, this page. So this page I prepared here. This page is prepared in the some days back, and prepared back means I took it from our college prospectus, some parts, so that I can directly present it before you. So it is some parts I took from there. Now here you see till now no here table of contents is there. So only the headings are there, that the text, body of text is there here. We are not, now this page is visible to all of you, it is shared now?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. So now, before going to insert the table of contents, so what are things to be remembered here? You see, so first you go to home here, home site, home screen is there. So you click it here, page marker button. Now section break, you see one section break previously was made there, so I can delete it. So this here I can delete this one. It is okay. Now it is started from this page. There is no section break. There is no page break. So as your work will be started from this point, and once you make the marker, that once you click on the marker, then you can say where you are now. So whether is there any blank page, or whether any page is there occupied by some text or anything is there, we can directly say that one. So now before going to insert table of contents, what should we do? That we have done this one first part, and then we have seen that there is no unnecessary space. Then I shall make the section break here. Here I'm advising you to not to make the page break here. So if you do the page break, then later on while you will be doing the formatting the header or footer, in that case some problems might arise here, due to as you see that as previously also I told you that each university has its own format, so how to give the page numbers, how to give the table of contents, and how to make the frame, how to give the style of the heading, that means header. So these are such and such things. So so that is why that you make a section break here. Once you make the section break, then you can give the header and footer according to our own choice. That means according to our own style. So let us make a here section break. So previous class we have already understood that one. So next page, it is a section for section break. So now you see one section is broken is there here. Now we can insert whatever we wish here. So section break we have done. Next, to insert the table of contents, you go to reference. You click on reference here. And in the left corner, in the top left corner, you see that table of contents is there. You click on drop down menu. And after clicking it, some options are appeared here, you see. So this is contents one format, this is another format. So this is manually. So manually we don't go to that part, as whatever we are doing, that all will be done automatic formatted form. So a custom table contents is there. So let me first insert one form, this form. And then I'll go to this form, and then I will show that how we can custom that table of contents. So first, let us insert it. So you see. So here, table of contents is inserted. Here, this is the table of contents. So now if we remove here the page marker, all things there, all the things gone here, you see. So this is the table of contents, whatever the design, whatever the styles, whatever sections we prepared previously, all are appearing here in a systematic way. No need to do it here. So whenever you will be formatting or editing any page anywhere else, and all will be updated here. Just you have to update it. This part is there. So here you click there, and you first select the table, select a content table, and you click there. Here you click it. So here two options are available here. See, update page number only, update entire table. So whenever you only update the page number, in that case the page numbers will be updated. Whenever you will be giving the update the entire table, that all the formatted or edited things along with the page number will be formatted. So it is better to do that one, update an entire table. So sometimes you can do that one also whenever you are not making any new sections, any headings, then just you can update the entire table. Sorry, that in that case page number table. So here you can do it. So as just we have prepared it, it is not necessary to update it. So still I can do it. I can do it here. So as already updated that one, so no comment has come. So whenever you will be clicking, that update automatically will take place. So before going to that one, that whatever I told you, that this custom formation, this is this for this part, custom table contents. So let me show you one thing here. Let me show you. So what is the advantage of formatting any thesis or any paper or anything else? So now if you if you feel that suppose this section was supposed to be included in the under the section number 1, then if you move it to that portion, you just click it and hold the mouse, and you bring it wherever you want to place it. So if you want to place it here, so it will be placed automatically here. So you see that section, this 1.1.1, that section is created. So now this section we can make later on. This section we can format it if we suppose want to make it to 1.2. Then 1.2, just what we can do, that we can click it here. So update here 1. So yeah, 1.2, you see. So that has become 1.2. And anyone, so if you suppose later on you feel that after preparation of all the text and these things, you feel that suppose the chapter 1 should be the chapter 3 and chapter 2 should be the chapter 2. And just you move like the previous case, that you click with hold the key, and then you move it wherever you want to place it. Accordingly, all the texts will also move along with this one. So this is the most crucial part. This is the most crucial part and an important part in thesis writing. And it happens that whenever you will be compiling your thesis, then you will be seeing later on that suppose you are writing that thesis one by one, and later on you have seen that some parts you have left out. and which was supposed to be inserted. Then you insert it. Automatically that will be updated. And some parts you suppose have just whatever I told you that you have inserted to where in a wrong place wherever it was supposed to be inserted. So then you can edit it. Then in that case, you do one thing, you click it here and you update the table. Okay, you update the table, you have update page numbers only, not this one, entire this. So you click it here, that will be updated automatically. So you see the things has been, the thing, whatever I transported from that place to this place, it is updated here. Okay, now next case, I'm going to formation the different customizations. So you click it here, drop down menu. Then you go to custom table content. So you can, if you feel that this table of contents you are not here, you are not getting in a proper way, then you can remove it also. You click it here, just you click the table and you click on the remove table and you can remove it. And like the previous way, you can insert table of contents again. So next, come to this point here. So table of contents from template. So here you see, so show page number, right align page number. So page number we have generally we align in the right side. Page number we alignment we give in the left side. If we give the alignment in other side, that it does not seem to be good. So it is custom to give the alignment in the right side. If we do not select it, then customization of right alignment will not take place. Table of leader, table leader means how this connection you are to show here. You can give this, you can give this, you can give this, whatever way, table leader. So this is called table leader. So if you select this one, if you select this, then accordingly it will take place here, dot dot dot, instead of dash dash will be. This is dot dot, this is smaller dash, this is bigger dash. So accordingly you can choose it. Format templates. So here you see format templates is classic, distinctive, fancy, modern, format, simple are there here available. These are the template forms available. So you can select it whichever you feel good for you. And if it is fixed by university, in that case, automatically that has to be adopted. In that case, you do not have the choice to give it in a separate way. Okay, suppose I'm giving the formal one, then I select it, then you can click it OK. You click it OK. So here this level, so level is another important part. So here you see option, I'm clicking here option. So you see that I have clicked there that 3 levels you see. So you see here that 3 levels are selected. 1, 2, 3. 3 headings are there in the text format. 3 headings are there. Heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. So if suppose if I select heading 4 also, that what the changes take place, you will see. I'm again repeating it. If I select only the heading 1, in that case, the table of contents will show only the chapter number, chapter contents, nothing else. If I choose the heading 2, that whatever the heading 2 was formatted at the initial stage of formation of our thesis, then those section 2 or heading 2 up to that level will be appeared. And section here, heading 3, if I select it here, then up to heading 3 level, the table of contents will be appearing. Now, if I select one more here, suppose 4 I have selected. 4 selected means what will appear? You see that section number 4 that also will appear, you see. So you click it here. Okay. Replace the table of contents. Okay. You see. So now I think you have observed the level. You see, this is the chapter level. This is the first level. This is the heading. This is the heading 1. This is the heading 2. This is level 2. This is heading 3. This is heading 4. So if you want to show the headings that in the table of contents up to level 4, you can select it. You can give the table of contents up to that level. If there are more headings, you can select in that way. And I think you remember it in the previous class, not previous, the day before yesterday, that in the beginning of the class, on the first day, that multi-level list we created. So a multi-level list, while we were creating the multi-level list, then I showed there that the first heading should be reserved for cover page, that should be reserved for other acknowledged page, that should be reserved for other acknowledgement and certificate page, and so on, so on. And that should be reserved for also appendix. If you want, if you have some appendix, then you can edit in the appendix. And if you have, suppose, some annexers, then you can give that annexer in that heading. It is not necessary that you should create the multi-level list heading 1 for that one. You can select it for heading 6, heading 5, heading 7 also. That suppose I have created, suppose it is heading 7. Suppose I have created it heading 7, and so that the annexer number of the appendix and annexer numbers, those also were included, or those also are to be included in the this table of contents. So in that case, what shall I do? You see. Here I am assuming that, so you just remember it, I am assuming that my heading is 6 here. My heading is 6 or 7, suppose. So 6 is absent here, 6 not absent, 6 is there here. 6 is, this is a heading 6. So this heading 6, I am selecting, I am keeping this heading 6 for the annexer for other pages, annexer appendix for those pages. Then I want to include them in the table of contents. So how should I do? We'll see. So you go to reference, you click it here, custom, then these are as whatever way previously I selected, and now you see this level. So levels here, previously that was 4, sorry, that was 3, now it has become 4. Now if I select one more, it will become 5, you will see. Suppose that's heading number 6, I want to select here. So heading number 6 here, just I will write here, heading number, this is 6. So 6 or heading that 5, if I give level 5 here. If I give the level 5, it is okay, this level 1, 2, 3, 4, this is 5 level. That this is consecutively that number should come. So this is 5, okay. Then okay. You see here, replace the table, this contents, yes, I'm giving this. So here, as there is no appendix, so that is why, or appendix or any annexer, that is why that has not been appeared here. Had I included, suppose I want to include it, you go to the text, you see it, you will be getting it. You'll be getting it. So here at the, here I have to give the section break here. So let me check it if there are any other section. No, there is no other section. So I have to break the section, break, next space. Okay. So here, it's okay. This section break, yes, section break is there. So now I want to give appendix here. I want to include this appendix, appendix, appendix. Now I have to give the heading. So heading, this is 6 heading. I have updated it. Heading 6 updated. It is selected as in the center. So that is why it is coming in the center. Okay. So it is updated. Now you see, so that will appear in the table. Appear in the table. So till now that has not appeared, you see. So if I update it, let me update it, select the table and update, update the entire table. You see, appendix that has come here, this place, appendix. So now another thing is there. So sometimes appendix should be separated with different header, with different footer or different page numbers. So that, as I have already discussed, so accordingly you can edit. And also you can do here that I wanted to tell something. Yes. So here you see that here there is no footer. There is no footer. Here there is no footer and there is no header. So as like the previous case, that you can edit the header and footer. So generally header and footer, what we do, that separate page number we give, that page number in the Roman script, sorry, Roman number 1, 2, 3, that way. So as discussed in the previous class, that previous workshop in previous day, you can edit it. So I will not go through that part as we have already covered in the previous class. So now here another important thing that I want to remind you. So while you will be creating your that is the multi-level list. So how it affects in the table of contents, you see. So I have prepared a table of contents without here without following any rules there, without following any rules. So then let us see one table of contents. So previously, so here you see this previously created. I think there I did not follow any specific rule. Here you remember it. So here I did not prepare any specific rule, that I have created the multi-level list without keeping in mind any particular format. So again, some mic is unmuted. So please mute it. Here you see, here again I will do that one. That is first I have to make the section break. Section layout. So I think it is in the last level. Section break. Yes, section break is created. So you see, section break is created, I think. Section break, yes, section break is created. Now here I want to insert the table of contents. Table of contents. So here table of contents, suppose this table of contents, this one I'm going to insert it. So you see what the difference we are facing it here. So why it has come, if you can guess it, it is good. And if you are not able to find out why this problem has come, then I'm reminding you, I'm highlighting it, you see. So why this problem arises here, you see. So while we were creating the table of multi-level list there, in that creation of multi-level list, we did not follow some particular rules here. I have given these numbers here, these numbers here, this value, I have given them haphazardly here. So here, to get a systematic way, the table of contents, you have to follow that whatever the value you will be giving place, that in this place, the almost double. If you level 4 here, that you give almost double here. And here, that also not only that one, gradually, whatever the value you have given in the first level, in the second level, that value must be greater than that one. In the third level must be greater than that one. In the fourth level must be greater than that one. Accordingly, we have to remember this part also. Okay. So if we do it systematically, then everything will come in a systematic way. Okay. So now I think you have understood about the table of contents. So next, I am going to table of contents insertion of cover page. It is okay. That is that you make the page break and you can insert it, it can be done. That movement of sections, so I have already discussed it. Line numbering, so line numbering, it is not a matter. So line numbering, okay, I will tell you that the line numbering we can give one form is there. So if you give the line numbering here, the line numbers will appear here. So that is not a matter. Now, most important part is this is the here, this part. Available software for reference management. So reference part, insertion, option, mathematical symbol. So I will do it later on. So here, that available software for reference management. So there are various softwares available for management of references. Endnote. So here I noted down some of the name of the references. Yes. So available softwares that Mendeley, Endnote, ReadCube papers, easy bit.com, Zotero, Cite This For Me, Sahil, RefWorks, mybib.com. So mybib.com is most updated one. So I have not used that one. So mybib.com, mybib.com. So this is here. This is mybib.com. It is not only a reference manager here that you will be getting most up-to-date papers here. Whatever the up-to-date papers in the reputed journals published by different authors, those things are also available in the mybib.com. So this is the most updated one. And here Mendeley I'm using here. So it is good for using using for all reference management. It is good for reference management. And not only that one, it is free. It is open source software. It is free. Endnote, it is not free. Here, some other versions are here which are not free. And mybib.com, it is also not. It is free free and open source software. FOSS, free and open source software. FOSS, it is also FOSS. So you can try for mybib.com. But here I shall be going for Mendeley. Okay. So Mendeley, I have given some link yesterday how to download the Mendeley and Mendeley it is reference management Mendeley. So I have given the link. I think most of you have updated, downloaded it, and you have registered it also. You registered on it, and that's for downloading this. As I have already given you the link, so you can download it. So here I have downloaded it. So without downloading the reference manager also we can do it. So what are things you need to do first? So I have downloaded it. Okay, I have downloaded it and I have installed in my PC. So that is why the things are appearing in a proper way. So here after download, you click it here and you install web importer. So if you install web importer, then you will be able to search online via Mendeley, the journals and the books and the chapters or other papers available in the internet. So you have to install it, and this is it is an extension part. So you have to extension in the Google Chrome. That means whatever the your default was web browser. If your default web browser is Google Chrome, that is Chrome, then you can extend it there, and you pin it in the Chrome. You extend there, extension part. This is an extension part. Okay, so this is extension part. You have to do that one, and this also you have to pin this one. So here you see I have pinned already. That is why it is given that uninstall Ambeswar plugin. So this is a plugin. If you don't do this one, if you do not plug in this Mendeley, then you will not be able to use this Mendeley in your reference management. So you have to do these two parts. So here you have to install this one. So I'm repeating the part again. So after installation of Mendeley, you have to register it. And after registration, you click it here in the tools, and then you install it. And install means it is extension part. You have to pin it also in your default browser. And here, this is the installation. You have to install this plugin for enabling it to in the reference management. Okay. So that part, it is one. So another one is install Thesis. So this is Mendeley reference manager. So this has to be also installed. So here only your registration is required. For this part, your registration is required. So now you see that there is no paper is here. You see there is no paper. So first, before going to give your reference in your or citation in your text, then you have to make a library in the Mendeley. So how that library can be created, you see. So for the creation of library, here, here this is my way of this. Another way is there. I will show that part also. You click on the Mendeley reference manager. Then you go to tools. Then you click on. So you see, I'm going very slowly. Click on reference manager. You open the Mendeley reference manager. Then click on tools, or you keep the cursor there and you go to search for articles online. And you keep in mind, to use this Mendeley, you must be in online. So if you do not be in online, then you will not be able to use it. So you click it here. So you see one page is appearing. So it is not completely open. Yes, now it is opened. So this page is appearing. So now you click it here. Now you search whatever the paper you are going to search is. You give the title of the paper. Sometimes if you give the name of the author, then also it comes. But generally, if you give the title of the paper, it will appear directly. So let me give a name of a paper of myself, that of mine. So I'm writing it here, you see. So it will be appearing here. So okay. This should be polynomial. Publish the paper. So suppose I have given the title of this paper. Sorry, here this should be is why. So title should be correct. So here title. So okay, let me. Okay, let me type it correctly. Hyponormality of LITZ. That's it. Space. I think now it is correct. So you see that it is a paper of mine, and this paper was I suppose this paper I want to here cite in my work. So you click it here. You click it here. So if you see in the left side that some informations are appeared here. So now you click it add to library. You click it add to library, and automatically it will be added to the library of Mendeley. So now you want to, suppose you want to add another paper. So suppose this paper you want to add here. Then you click add here. And you, at the same time, you can select more papers. It is not necessary that you should select only one paper. So in the view library, we shall, whenever you shall be going to the view library, there will be getting. Suppose this is another paper here. Here, these are the papers. I want to select these papers here. Add to library. Another paper. Suppose I want to add to library. Suppose this is another paper. I want to add library here. Okay. So now view in library. So you click it here. So in the library, you will be getting there. So you see. So you see the papers whichever I have selected, all the papers were stored in this library. These papers were stored in the library. And if sometimes it happens that you have selected some papers, you edit it, but they are not appeared here. Then in that case, just you click it refresh, the synchronize. This is the synchronize. You just click it synchronize here. That automatically all the papers will be synchronized here according to your selection. That they will be appeared here. Now, I want to see them whether they were stored in the Mendeley or not. So you click it in the Mendeley. You click it in the Mendeley. So you see, those papers are not appear. They are not appeared in the Mendeley library. It is no matter. So here also you synchronize it. After synchronizing, all the papers will be appearing here. So you see, the papers whichever I have selected, all the papers are here appeared. Now, this is a way of making the library of your own. You can do it. I will not go to waste more time here. And now, next stage, I'm go how to cite the papers. How to cite the papers. How to prepare the citation or reference. You see. Now you go to your thesis text where you want to insert it. Suppose this is the my one. Here the my one means this is the topic here I have taken here. I want to insert some text here, some citation. So now, suppose I want to cite a paper here. I want to cite a paper here. So if you want to cite a paper, wherever you necessary, where the citation is required, you keep the cursor there, you click there. You click it. So I have clicked and I keep the cursor here. I pointed out there. Then you go to reference. And here you see one section is there, Mendeley Cite-matic. It is this, and Cite-matic is there. So this is a Mendeley section. So in these sections, you just click insert citations. Okay. Now a dialog box appears here, you see. Then you click go to Mendeley. So after clicking the go to Mendeley, the library appeared. Whatever which one you created in the Mendeley. So we have created this library. So the papers which were stored, they are appearing here. Suppose I want to cite some papers here. And you can cite, suppose in sometimes it happens that in the same position, 2 papers, 3 papers to be cited. So in that case, what you can do that to both the papers, whichever you want to cite in that place, you select them. If you want to suppose select only cite only one single paper, suppose I want to select this paper, then you click it here. You click it here. That you click it here means you highlight it, you select it, and you cite. You see one mark is there, cite. You click it there. You click it there. Now still they are not appear. It is not appear. Yes, it is appeared. Here you see. So here here next one is next case that what the format or the style you want to give it here. That again I am saying that this is also fixed by the university. or if you want to send a paper for publication to some journal, that journal has its own style of citation, of reference. So in that way, you have to prepare the reference management, or you have to cite accordingly. And also in the thesis case, if whatever the style is fixed by the university, then accordingly you have to prepare it. And that will be some standard way, not in a way university will be giving you without having any following any rule. That is not the case. The university will follow some rule, and that rule be followed by each and every research scholar. So now here you see, now I am clicking it here. So here available styles are here. So if you suppose whatever the style you require, you are not having the style available here. So now you more style, you click it here. So now you will see that more styles you are seeing. So now you can click it. You can type here what the style you need. Suppose I need a style. Suppose I needed a style in the format of Bulletin of Korean Mathematical Society, suppose. Or suppose Arabian Mathematical Society. Sorry, Arabian, it is not Arabian Journal of Mathematics. Suppose that one I required it. It may be available, may not be available. Let me check it. Arabian Journal of. So it is the journal that under the Springer publications. Arabian Journal of Mathematics. So here I have selected it. You will search it. If it is available, it will Arabian Journal of Mathematics. If it is the style available. So let me check it here. Yes, that journal availability here, that is available, but at this moment it is not appearing that I have created previously. That is available. Okay, whatever maybe this that I have shown you the way of searching the. So now you are guided, or you are instructed to give the style of nature. So you click it here. So you see the style format. So the style format should appear here. Yes, that is appeared. This is appeared. So style, what the style you choose, that style, it should come here. So due to some, this is there. That is the style, that one. So some other style, suppose American IEEE, suppose. Style IEEE. So style is IEEE. This is the style. And if you want to give another style, suppose as American political science. So then you update it, so that has come. So whatever the style you need, accordingly, we can do it. Suppose I am using this IEEE. Okay, IEEE I have used. Suppose in some places, suppose here I want to cite another paper. So then I have kept the cursor it here, then click it here, then go to Mendeley. Suppose I need to cite, there are two papers. I have selected these two papers. Then I click it here. Those two papers are cited here. This is the format. So this is a format of IEEE. So that is why this format is taken. So in this way, we can cite more papers. Now the case, the reference, where the references or the bibliography should be placed. It is always at the end of the body text and before the appendix. Before the appendix. So here, I need one more here, that section break I need. So section break. Okay. So this is a section break. Now I want to place the reference here. So you references. So references, I have clicked it here references. So sometimes it is you may be here to give the you may be here to give the bibliography. So whatever the nomenclature is up to you, according to you. So now that all the citations I want to place it here. So then just you click it here, insert bibliography. So you see, whatever the citations were made, that according to that style, all are appeared here. Okay. So now they appeared here. So without writing anything for reference, just only we have to manage it. The management is required. And now here I want to refer one question previously asked by some honorable participant regarding the endnote. So you see, so while you will be preparing your thesis or your paper, so all the things will be there. Without having the citation, you cannot prepare a paper. So it is definite one. Now, if you want to insert the endnote, then automatically this will be coming here. So if you insert the endnote, automatically that will come. Insert endnote. So you see. So endnote position. So yes, appendix is there. So at the end, appendix also is there. So at the end, it is coming here. So automatically it will be coming at the end. Okay. So I have discussed about the creation of references and from Mendeley. So that can be created from here, Microsoft Office itself. So I do not want to discuss that one as it is the most nicest one. This is for which we can do it. This is the nicest. And if you can purchase the EndNote also you can use. Okay. So next part, I'm going to the reviewing part. So reviewing part, you see. So suppose you have all the things required, you completed. That body text you have prepared. That now you are to send your thesis for the reviewing to your guide. Sometimes two guides might be there. Sometimes one guide definitely will be there. So you have to send the thesis for the reviewing or for the editing to your guide. Guide will send something. And suppose you have two guides, then in that case you have to send that the thesis for reviewing to both the guides. Then they will review. Then how those things would be can be compiled. That can be compiled and that can be reviewed. So this is another most important part of your thesis. So in this case, in this connection, just I want to take 2 minutes. That one incident happened to me. I want to share with you. So you see that how much review is important. And whenever I was supposed to submit the thesis, I have completed all the things doing. And even I took the bindings, that 5 copies of bindings of thesis I got. And that's the last day. Last day means on the day when I have to submit the thesis, I went with the 5 thesis. I have the 5 thesis copies to my guide. And guide, she was inspecting my thesis one by one, page by page, and she was going on and she was happy in the initial stages. And once her eyes was fixed on the graph, so that graph, and again she turn over into the next page, and whenever that graphs were there, then all the graphs were she inspected. And after inspection, she found that all the graphs were blurred. It is not also so blurred. Just suppose some blur is there. So, but at this moment, you see, I have completed by taking the bindings of 5 copies. In that moment, and the guides became very angry, and she scolded me, and almost she threw the thesis to me. Whatever you do it, that if you need the signature, I can do the signature, and if your objection any objection comes, then it is up to you. It is do you according to your you do it, and that that is the I cannot supersede the guide. I have to follow the rules. That in that moment, whatever I did, you see that I destroyed. I destroyed mean again. I destroyed all these. I destroyed all the 5 thesis copies were destroyed. Destroyed means that there are no now use. Again, I took the printout of all the 5 copies of thesis, and freshly I take the bindings, and then I submitted it to my guide. And then all the things came in a proper way, in a systematic way, and then she became happy, and then she signed it. So you see how review is important. So on the day when I was supposed to submit, that day I could not submit it. And due to that my thesis, that is my degree, late by almost 5-6 months. Only because of 1 point. So how much reviewing is important, you see. Okay. Now can we come to our part here. Okay. So this is the topic text I am taking. Now review part. So that the reviewing, if you have 2 guides, you have to send it to 2 guides. So then you need to make 2 copies. Suppose here I am taking the this one. Yes, this. I have to close it. Okay. Sample. This is the. Yes. Okay. So suppose I want to send it to my one guide. Copy. Paste. So suppose I want to send it to my guide. Suppose the name of the guide is, suppose Arun Kumar. Suppose I name it Arun Kumar. Okay. So here that's this part of the thesis I will send to my guide Arun Kumar, and this is the original thesis. This is this one. I am going to send it to my guide. Now guide will review it, and I have to compile it later on. So how I shall compile it, and you have. Let me open it. So now this thesis, I want to send it to my guide for reviewing. So, and what I did, I made a separate file. Separate file means that the file content is the same one, that name is different one. So here, so now you click on review here. Click on review. So in the review, you see the ribbon. This is the track changes. So track changes, before going to send it, whom I have sent it to my guide. So I have to change the name of the copy, that change username. I have to change it. So that's I have to change it to Arun Kumar. Arun Kumar, and short form suppose AK. I am changing it, the user that it will be used by my guide. I change the name. Okay. Okay. So the name is sense. Then you click it, drop down menu. So here two parts are there. One is track changes, another is log tracking. So log tracking is a part. If you log it, suppose you have sent your thesis to your guide or any reviewer, then she can, for the corrections, some suggestions, some corrections can be made. But whatever already is there, already in any correction is there, those corrections cannot be edited by that person. So you can do it. You can log the tracking it here. So it is, if it is necessary, you can do it. If it is not necessary, you keep it open. So you keep it here, track changes. You click it here. So whenever you will be clicking that, it is highlighted, you see. Next, you see, this is, you have to select all the all marks. So RRB also you can select it. So simple mark also select it. So marks you select, and then so mark art. So mark up that any comments if it is given, that will be marked. Ink if it is used, that it will be marked, and insertion and deletion, tab formation, so whatever is there, so those things will be that one, that formatted. So here the balloons, so whatever you want to show, that you can select any one of these, that if it is formatted, if any correction is done, that how that to be appeared. Now it is here specific people, that means who are reviewing, so that will be appeared here. We have done it. Then reviewing pen. So reviewing pen means, so horizontal is there. So if you click it here horizontal, that if you do any review, that will be appeared here in the below horizontally. Then if you give review, this is reviewing pen vertical. So whatever the review is made, that will be appeared here. So it is better to do in the vertical. So you to take it accordingly. So accept and reject part, it is no need to be done. Now you need to make some corrections. So corrections or whatever that editing is necessary, you have to do. Suppose I want to make some comment here. That comment you write, I click it here, new comment. So Arun Kumar is making some comment. So now suppose you remove the word. Suppose you here that you remove the word autonomous. Suppose he has given this comment. He has given this comment. Suppose here, and he suggested to put some line here. Suppose a lines, we are attending to this workshop. Suppose this line is added by Arun Kumar. So that this line, so you see that that is highlighted different colors. So that will be colored. It's not necessary that will be the same color. So as much as reviewers, as many as reviewers will be there. So for every reviewer, the color will be different. If there are two reviewers, then for the both two reviewers, the colors will be different. Okay. So here this one. Suppose that he suggested you that to be made here, that to be made as bold. So Arun Kumar a few seconds ago that it is font bold. Suppose, and it is suggested that this to be underlined. So here underline. So whatever the comment is given, so accordingly that comment will be appeared here. Now this file is suppose after reviewing, it is sent back to you. It is sent back to you. Then you have to save it. You have to save it. File, save as. You save it. In the same folder. Suppose it was saved as revise by AK. revise by again. So you keep it here. You save it. I have saved. So now you are going to, so this is the reviewed paper. So I can, okay, it is not matter. So now I am going to compare it. I am going to compare it. What does reviews were made? So review, compare. So here you compare here if there are more reviewers, then some dialog box will be here. If you click it here, then you can give the some other options how that to be appeared here. So now if you are going to combine it, so this is not the part. This part is whenever some suppose a verdict is given by two different parties, so different judges, that in that case, if you are going to compare it, then that can be compared here. It is not our case. Here we have to combine this. You combine it and this dialog box appears. Then you click it here. Here you select the original document. Our original document is I think this one, sample 3. This is the original document. That was initially set as DD, so that is why it is coming as DD. Otherwise, if you save it in your own name, then it will be appeared accordingly. So if I would have saved it in my own name, then it would have appeared in the date. So now this one, revise one. So revise one, revised by okay. So we click it here. Okay. So now you see that whatever the suggestions were made by your guide, all are appeared here. All are appeared. You see. Now, if you have more than 2 guides, then what will be doing? Then in the same way that you have to select that compare in the same file. No need to do that separately. So in the same file, then once it is done, then then next case, I have done it. The next part you have to, without saving it, no need to save it at this moment. And if you have 2 guides or 2 reviewers, then you can go to this one, you combine it, then you can select it as we do not have 2 reviewers, then you select it, whatever the original one, you select it here, and whoever is the revised or reviewed reviewer for the second person, then you give it accordingly. You select it here, that will appear. Then you you give it okay. Then both will be combined together. Both will be combined together. In that case, both the comments, both the guides comments will be appearing here. Both the guides comments. So if suppose another guide is suppose D doctor, suppose that is a D doctor. Then if it is D doctor, then D doctor comments also will be appearing along with the Arun Kumar. Then you are going to compile it, you are going to accept or reject it. So if you are going to accept, generally what happens, whatever the suggestions are made by guides, those are accepted. Sometimes it might be happen that some sentence you are inserting in some other context and your guide is understanding it another context. That in that case, what the context is yours and what way you are using, if it is not matched the suggestion given by your guide, in that case you may not accept it. Then in that case you reject it, simply you reject it. So here those can be done. You see, accept. So if you can click it here, you can click it, and generally comments are rejected. If any comments are rejected, this comments is rejected, I rejected it, comments. So now I want to here, you can click it here, or without clicking, if you go on doing the accepting or rejecting one by one, then they will be going on the correction, serially and systematically in order. So here, if you accept it, then if it, either it will appear or it, I think it will appear. This is in the first case. So you can accept it. Accept. It is accepted. Once it is accepted, then it is disappeared. And the next one, suppose you are not going to accept it, you reject it. You reject it. You are going to accept it, you accept it. Okay, now no other suggestions are there for which to be corrected or accepted or rejected. Now this is the final one. Now you save it. This is the final one. Now you save it. That save as. This is desktop here. Suppose it is it is finalized one. Final, suppose thesis. This is final thesis I am giving here. So this is reviewed. Now still one part is left out. The left out part is what? That is the grammatical part. It will happen that generally the science background persons, they are weak in grammar, and the literature subject, especially from English, they are sound in grammar. And some other persons are also there from other fields. They are also sound. I'm not saying that that all the other categories are unsound, but most of they are sound. But whenever it is done by some literature person of having the English subject, that is generally they are in the correct. They make the sentences in the correct way. But still, that some corrections, grammatical corrections may be there. So for that corrections, so here that inbuilt grammatical correction is there. So this one, so it is not so helpful. So one grammatical correction you can many or not one, more others are there. Ginger is there, Grammarly is there. Some other are also there here available in the website. Where the website means you cannot have it freely, but Grammarly it is not also completely free, but it is some parts it is free. It is extension part is there. Chrome extension is there. So if you install the Chrome extension and if you register it and if you incorporate it to your MS Word, then it will work. And for us, it is sufficient. That Grammarly, you download it, so you don't make the mistake that Grammarly, it is the paid version is there, that is that to be purchased, and one is extension part is there, Chrome extension. You have to download the Chrome extension if you do not want to purchase it. If you want to purchase it, it is okay. It is up to you. If you do not want to purchase it, just extension part you so some is giving that the sound is not listen. Is my sound is clear? Hello.
Oh, hello.
Sound
Hello,
is clear.
sir.
Yeah.
Sound is clear, sir.
Yes, I
Your
have
sound
seen
voice
here.
is clear.
Okay. Someone is giving the message that sound is not clear. Okay. I
Actually,
think
sir, maybe
ah,
participant size, there may be lots of net
okay.
connectivity issues.
Okay. So now Grammarly, this one that you have to install the extension part if you do not want to purchase it. And once you extension you add it in your extension, and you have to plug in it into your MS Word. So you plug in it, and then after plugging it, you can use it. Then one icon will be appearing here. You see in the home page or in the home tab, you will see that this is the open grammar. So now here you open grammar, you click it here, open grammar. You see in the right side, Grammarly is the page is open here. So if you go on checking one by one, it is checking itself. Grammarly by itself is checking the text, whichever is up to date here. So you see, in this corner, this is checking. Grammarly is checking your grammatical part. So you see, so suggestions are in the right side. So here, Kokrajhar correct article uses. So here, if you click here, if you click this word, that what the article you have to insert, it will be appeared in the green color. So just you click it here. You click it here, it is added automatically. You see. Then here, this is suggestion is there. So ethnicity is set up. So whatever weight is this, so just you click it here. So it is corrected. So if it is you see, so N here that should be deleted, and you correct it since that you click it here, automatically that is corrected. So this is the way of correction. So I have shown it that all are automatic. So no need to do anything. Only your part is to install the Grammarly. Okay. So this is the grammatical check. So after checking the grammar, I think your thesis is finalized. And this is not only applicable for thesis, it is applicable for book, it is applicable for book chapter, it is applicable for paper. So whenever you will be sending some paper for publication, some journals, then before that you have to check the grammar, you have to check the other review parts, those things. After then you have to send it. So those things. So here, these are the things, the main parts supposed to be discussed in our workshop. And here some a simple part is there that just I want to show here. That is that here, this one I was talking about this. Okay. So here, the part is insertion of mathematical, yes. So you go review, you click it there. So I want to insert some mathematical symbol from drawing. Here today, I don't know what happens. This is disabled. Ink annotation is disabled. So I think I have selected some things there. That is why it has come. So here, that is start inking is should have come here. Start inking, then that one page appears, and there you if you give the some mathematical expression by drawing, then that it will create that the shape whatever you want to express by drawing. So today itself, just in the morning, I use it before starting that our workshop. Okay, so this has not come. This is not an issue. And another one that I wanted to tell you, that is the making the some pages that is horizontal. Horizontal means that orientation, it is portrait, and here you see that is layout, that orientation. portrait and landscape. So I want to make, suppose, some section here, some sections. This section, suppose this section I want to make, this section I want to make suppose up to here. Up to here, I want to make landscape. So then what I shall do, you see. So here you have to break the section break here. You break the section. Next page, you break the section. And already this section is broken here. If I click it here, I will see. Yes, already broken is. So now this part I want to make landscape. Anywhere in this section, you click it there and you go layout and orientation, landscape. You click landscape. Yes. So you see the other pages are remaining portrait, and this part, yeah, it is landscape. Okay, and then header footer you can manage it. You can edit it. So if your version is 2000, if your Word version is 2016 and above, later version, that means a higher version, then it is inbuilt. But if it is a lower version, in that case, that if you make horizontal, in that case you have to make page number, that means header and footer, some editing you have to make, some editing you have to do. So that page I can share it to you how that can be edited in case of lower versions. But if your version is 2016 and above, it is okay. So these other things supposed to be included, and also I have been informed and by the organizers just to conclude before time, as today it is a concluding day, and some other parts are there from that organizer side. So as I have also completed the things supposed to be discussed here in our workshop, and if some other things are left out, small things, almost all the things I have covered. If some small things are left out, you can develop it by yourself, just by looking some YouTube channels. But in your YouTube channels, if you go through, you will be seeing that the things you will be not getting systematically in one YouTube. And not only even that one, that many of the things are explained in a wrong way, and not only that one, that only one step is explained, the other things are not explained. That in the case of here, in the last class, last day, I have created that is the equation numbering part. So equation numbering part, only the level 1, that is heading 1, was explained. I have searched in the YouTube many channels. I have found that only that one use, and how the other levels, other headings to be created. That I 2-3 days I was thinking that how that can be developed, how that can be done. Then later on, I came to conclusion that as per headings, if I create it, I can do it. So ultimately, that was materialized. So in that way, so it is not necessary that each and everything you should be getting in the internet or YouTube channels, and some things you can develop by yourself also. And also the way of editing, the way of doing the preparation of the thesis, I have discussed here in one way, and more other ways must also be there, may also be there, definitely must be there. So you see, if you go to the equation, creation of numbered equations, so that if you go, that can be created by macros also, that those who are well versed in the MS Office, and those who are from computer background, they are more expert, and they can add the macros, and from the macros also they can insert the equation numbers according to their headings, according to their level. So that those are available there. But how much that will be helpful if you go through them, then you will be you will be knowing them, and whatever the discussions we were made here, those are recorded. I think the previous 2 records were shared to you, and these they are also definitely will be shared. So with this, I conclude today's my talk. And if any queries there is there, so it is open. I'm handing over the dais to Mr. Aliladhar Suwan. So you may proceed your further agenda.
Hello, sir. Can you hear
Yes.
me?
Yes, I'm getting you.
Okay, sir. First of all, I will unmute the participants, and then we will take the questions which has been forwarded in chat box initially. A few questions
Okay.
are there.
Okay.
I will first unmute the participants. They can now unmute themselves. Okay, yes, that is done. And let me tell you, sir, one question which was there regarding Mendeley library. Sir, some resources are not available online. In that case, how to add them to the Mendeley library and cite them? That is asked by Mr. Yuvraj. Some resources are
Okay.
not available online, and how to add them to Mendeley library and cite them? That is a question.
Yes. Okay. In that case, if the resource is available on the internet, you please download it and you save it in your laptop or in your desktop, and you edit manually. So I'm showing it here. You see that after this is the Mendeley reference manager. Okay, this is the one. So here you see one part is there, 8 files. So you can add folder, you can add files also. You can add the files here, and if you have saved it in your desktop or laptop, you can add it in this. So let me show one part here. Yes. So suppose you have saved, actually, I think I do not have any saved file here, as I am using this laptop from the college, and my desktop, all the things are in my desktop. So still, let me search it. If it is available, I will show you. Here, PDF file. Yes. Workshop presentation. Yes, it is there. So you can select it. If it is PDF file, you select it. Suppose I want to select my thesis. So I click it here and open it. Now you synchronize, this is using addition is going on. This part is there. So now it is added, I think. If it is not added, you synchronize it. You synchronize it, that will be added. Yes, the thesis is added here. So now, if similarly, if you have more other papers which are not available in the Mendeley software, then you download it from the internet, from the website, and you store it in your desktop or laptop in a file, and you copy it and you go in that way. That will be stored, and you can cite it. I think you have got your point.
Yes, sir. I think that is the answer to that question. Then there is a very interesting question that has been asked by Dr. Ritumani Haloi. So the question is,
Okay.
sir, can we rely upon the grammar check by using Grammarly software? Is there any possibility of error in it? Can we,
Yeah. Okay. Is there any part?
can we rely upon the grammar checked by using Grammarly?
Yes. I have heard it. Any additional part is there? No. That is the question only. Okay.
Yes.
So you say, yeah, Grammarly, it is a software developed by, it is not by Microsoft, that other it is reliable, and it is completely encrypted, and it is not a software which can be hacked by anyone else. And also it is there in the thing, that if every part may not be saved by Grammarly, which is incorporate part to the desktop, that is a free version. That the free version is a version where that is a light version, that everything may not be saved. But if you purchase the that main Grammarly, if you purchase it and if you install it, definitely it will help you. And I think most of the part, this is 100%, cannot be no software, it is 100% error free. So some error definitely may be there, but if it is 80%, 90% error free, then it is okay. We can say we can say it is a 100%. It is true. So
Hello, sir. I would like
to
to add 1 or 2 lines regarding that
yeah,
question
so
of Grammarly.
okay.
Actually, as you told, no software is 100% good. So any software cannot replace genuine writing. Then software would be writing everything. That is why manual check will always be needed. Grammarly checks fine, that is okay. But still, say I'm writing a thesis of physics, then I'll have to see the words, whether they are properly fitted or not. Sometimes the software algorithm may not understand. That is why this is a very good spell checker, but still a person has to check in his context whether he is writing English or whether he is writing philosophy or economics, those sentences, and they may have some uniqueness or some unique terms. That unique terms the software Grammarly may not understand. So at that place it will show red errors, but you will have to see whether that is fit. That should be there. Otherwise, it is a very good one. That is one of the largest downloaded softwares. This Grammarly. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Sohan, for your addition along with this question. So some other question that here I have seen that in here that
yes, sir.
So Mozumdar, so Subankar Mozumdar, I think he asks one question. So you see this, that one, it is not appeared the entire question, just as I have seen his name. You see it.
His question is, what are the advantages of MS Word over LaTeX in thesis writing? Okay,
so it is another good question that LaTeX he is learning that so Subhankar Mozumdar, he is our student, that he is at 4th semester student, and he has one paper in his course, and he's learning the LaTeX, and still he has not learned the entire LaTeX software. And the LaTeX software and MS Office, MS Word, they are two different platforms. So I do not want to compare these two, whichever is better, whichever is bad, whichever is worse. I do not want to compare it between these two. But advantage and disadvantage, as you are asking, that I can say it. So whenever you will be having your writing involving lots of mathematical expressions, in that case, LaTeX is far, far better than this MS Word. Why? That in MS Word, writing the mathematical expressions is very tedious part. Very tedious means in the sense that lots of equations are there, that giving that lots of equations, and I think that if you have attended the other classes, that the first day I here shared my thesis, there are lots of mathematical expressions there. That in that case, those, if you want to write in MS Word, all those expressions, it will require more time. But if you do them in your LaTeX, then in the LaTeX, within 1 hour or 2 hours, if you have the typing speed, then you can type it. That is the advantageous version in the case of LaTeX. But in other sense, another sense, you can see it here. So LaTeX is a part where first, initially, you have to frame the style. So it is a style file is there. So how you are going to make the thesis, how you are going to make the paper, that style you have to give initially. Once you have given the style in a systematic way, in a proper way, then once you click in the PDF format, PDF file, then it will be output will be the final one in that case. So those advantages are there, but in the Office, you see, in the grammatical case, Office is not only far, it is the best. You can check the grammar by using the available software. Grammatical part and insertion of the citation part. Insertion of citation part in the LaTeX, we have to do it manually. Manually means, I'm not saying that manually you have to do those things, but that you have to write in the reference part, you have to write. But citation part, it is automatic. It is okay. Whenever it will be cited, then that will be updated automatically. It is okay. But you have to write the reference, those things you have to write. So in this way, if you compare between these two, advantages, disadvantages are there in the both the softwares. But I am suggesting it, those who are from literature background, those especially humanities background, not involve much mathematical expressions, that in that case, that MS Word is far better than LaTeX. And LaTeX, to learn the LaTeX, it will take time. So lots of commands are there. In that case, that if you do not learn how to use those commands, you will be searching for it for several days. You will not be getting the proper way. So that is why that you, from humanities side, then if you do not have any mathematical expressions, you use that without any hesitation, that MS Word. Okay.
Thank
So
you,
again,
sir,
I have,
for your answers to this question. I think our Dr. Basanto sir is waiting, and if there is no questions from participants, we have checked, we have answered the queries from the participants, and we will again make the video available. 2 days video already given, and another video will be also available in our webinar YouTube channel by tonight for today's session also. So I will hand over now the microphone to.
Good morning.
Oh,
I have one question.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I have one question. Sir,
Okay,
is there any, say most of the time, different sentence or word of the two person is almost same? Almost same. If I write some paper or other, say, thesis, at that case, what about the plagiarism? How much plagiarism it is generally considered?
Okay, you see, some that rules are there. The rules means that it varies from journal to journal. So if a publisher, they can accept up to 20% plagiarism. Some journals are 30% plagiarism. And in that way, if it is 20% plagiarism is there, it is okay, that is acceptable, that will be accepted. But if the plagiarism is more, then definitely that will not be accepted. So that depends on the journals, and not only that one, that depends on the university. If you are here, that whenever you will be sending your thesis for reviewing, that will be check, plagiarism check will be done, and once it is said that your plagiarism check, it is that is the permissible level, beyond the permissible level, definitely you have to review it. And if it is within the permissible level, it is okay. Up to 20%, 30%, it is okay. Okay.
Say in differential mathematics, no, your differential equation is same with my equation, maybe same. And in that case, actually, which part is more severe in case of plagiarism? Which sentence or which part is they consider more?
You see that if you suppose if you are citing some parts of my paper, that in that case you will cite only the result. You will not be citing the entire expression, that whatever I wrote in my paper, that these things will not be citing that at each and every case, but only you will be citing my result. So result might be the same as whenever reference is done, in a mathematics case especially, that expression, that is it is the same. But in that case, I am suggesting you, if you suppose yes, someone is disturbing. Please, someone is disturbing you. Please mute your sound. So now, suppose if your plagiarism level is beyond the permissible level, in that case, in that case, what you can do, whenever you will be giving the reference, directly, instead of referring the entire expression, just you can write in that way that for your reference, see the paper is just you give the citation there. Once it is citation is given, then you have acknowledged that result, and that result can be said by the person who will review your paper or who will see that one. In that case, your plagiarism also it is reduced. Okay, have you got your point?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank
Okay,
you.
welcome.
Now I request Dr. Bikedas to resume the proceedings for our valedictory session.
Phukon sir.
Yeah. Yes.
Sir, I have one question. Sir,
Yeah.
through prime version of Grammarly, we can also check plagiarism. Okay.
Yes.
Sir, I want
yes.
to know how accurate it is regarding plagiarism checking. Is it
So
comparable with other standard softwares?
Now, you see the plagiarism. If you want to get check it, then you definitely you should get check it by the proper plagiarism software. That is, Turnitin is there. So whatever the paid. So I think in your university, in your institute, they have their own. Yes, they have their Turnitin. So Turnitin it is a paid version. It is reliable. So from there you get check it. So if you have that whichever that is although plagiarism is checked by this is Grammarly, but it may not be reliable as much as that of the Turnitin. So in that case, for the plagiarism check, you should go to the proper software for which it is meant. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, I would like to add only one line there, that the plagiarism checking is actually dependent on how much database the system of that software has access to. And the recent studies show that Turnitin has the highest access. After that, Urkun. And likewise, the access of database, if more database, check will be proper. And this Grammarly and others, they are doing it, but they will not have that too much database to search, and that is why the amount of report will not be that it will show less plagiarism. So that is what it is always better to that university should have some paid software, and checking should be done there. Own checking will not be sufficient enough for sending directly into a journal. Is there any more questions? Quickly. If no more questions, then we can move on to our next agenda.
Yes.
That's sir.
Yes, Liladhar.
Oh,
If
yes,
there
sir.
is no question, then we can move to the next agenda. So
Yes, sir,
I think
start, sir.
our vice principal is with us, and Dr. Kamal Borusa, head of the Department of Economics, is also with us. Kamal Borusa was there. So can we start the valedictory session? Kamal Borusa is.
Okay, sir. I will request Phukon sir to disable that sharing, please, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
So, can you inform Kamal Borusa?
Yes, I have stopped sharing.
Oh, yes, sir. Let us see.
Kamal Borusa, his name is not appeared here.
He was there.
Oh, yes, Kamal Borusa is there. It is here.
Hello,
So it is
Dr. Borusa.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello,
yes.
morning.
Fine. Yes, morning.
Hey,
So,
okay.
Leeladhar Chauhan.
Yes, sir.
Please start the valedictory session.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So, dear participants, we are almost coming to end of our 3 days program of efficient use of Microsoft Word in thesis writing. It was a 3 days workshop. For 3 days we have been together, and we have learned many things from our resource person, Dr. Phukon sir. So now it is time to conclude this program. And before concluding, we have a small valedictory session. That valedictory session will be chaired by our co-convener, sir, Vasanta Kumar Das sir, and I will just do the moderation. First of all, we have one speech from Assistant Coordinator, Internal Quality Assurance Cell, Dr. Kamal Borosa. He is also the head of the Department of Economics, Kokrajhar Government College. Then we have one or two views from participants. Participants can also share their views directly by putting their audio and video on. A few will take. Next, there will be a concluding speech from Dr. Shiv Vasak, convener of this 3 days online workshop on efficient use of Microsoft Word in thesis writing. So he will give a concluding speech, and he is also head of the Department of Mathematics, Associate Professor, Kokrajhar Government College. Thereafter, our co-convener sir will give important announcement regarding today's feedback as well as the certificates. Finally, we will have vote of thanks. So may I now request Dr. Kamal Borosa sir, Assistant Coordinator of Internal Quality Assurance Cell, to speak a few words. Unfortunately, our madam has not been able to join, the Coordinator of Internal Quality Assurance Cell of Kokrajhar Government College, in this meeting. So Dr. Borosa sir, now you can share your views on this program. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Leladar, and thank you, team organizers. First of all, good morning to all. As you know, I on behalf of IQAC Kokrajhar Government College, I'm very much thankful to the organizer for giving me this opportunity to share with you for few minutes. The topics I appreciated very much, that efficient use of Microsoft Words in this thesis writing. First of all, thanks the organizer of this very useful workshop for organizing it to fulfill the requirements of growing importance of the uses of Microsoft Words very efficiently in writing your thesis. Especially, I am very much thankful to Dr. Banabina Brahma, the principal of the college, for her sincere space to the workshops organizations. My sincere thanks also goes to Dr. Hemanta Kumar Kalita, Professor and Dean Academic, Central Institute of Technology, Kokrajhar, for his impressive keywords presentations before your beginning of this workshop. Today, I'm very much thanks to the team organizers, because for organizing the most relevant, inspiring, and valuable learning workshop. This is indeed. Though I did not enjoy it for consecutive 3 days for long, but I'm very much positive that this workshop is an awesome works. Its content is very much relevant in the field of writing your thesis, especially accurately, so as to say more efficiently, with the use of Microsoft Words, which are very important in your writing, not only thesis, but writing on your any words in the Microsoft Office. And here everything is well presented by the resource person, Dr. Ambeswar Phukon, as I have joined in your program for more than half an hour before. I'm very much glad to know about that more than expected numbers of participants are participating in this workshop very encouragingly from all over the country, continuously and consecutively for 3 days, in spite of their busy schedule, which is very much appreciable and thankful to all the participants. Because this implies that the very objectives of this workshop is undoubtedly marked as a successful one. So without lingering my points here, hope that it is very much helpful in your work of writing thesis efficiently by efficient use of Microsoft Office. I do also hope that you have learned many important hidden and unique interfaces of Microsoft Words, which are very, very important to know how to use all these inputs in your. Of course, lastly, dear participants, please do practice all the activities, whatever you have learned from this workshop today. And more you go inside, the more you learn from your practices. Hope you are now more efficient and more smart than earlier. Keep it up. Thank you very much. Thanks to the organizer. Over to the team manager, Mr. Leela. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your brief but very useful
Good.
speech at this context from Internal Quality Assurance Cell. We will keep organizing. We'll be encouraged by your words to do such things in near future also. It was one timely task initiated by postgraduate departments of chemistry and mathematics. Thank you, sir, for giving us time,
Thank
your
you.
valuable time for attending this. Thank you.
Yeah.
Next, we'll move on to
All right.
our next agenda. So the next agenda is the speech from participants. Speech from participant means there are participants, almost 100 participants we saw. So all 90 to 100 every day at an average participants were attending. We have seen from the system itself. And we have participants attending from far over that side, maybe South India also and North India, everywhere. I would like to request one or two participants outside state of Assam to share their views of this program. You can unmute and you can put your video on also, sir, madam. Any one wishes to say their views, 1 or 2 minutes. So please, anybody? We request anybody if from outside state of Assam who has joined this program and to share their views, how good the program was and how beneficial it was for their research work. Sir, madam, anybody wishes to share their views? Or anybody from the participants, anyone? Okay, I think nobody is there right now.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Am I audible?
We can hear you, please. Oh, yes.
Am I
Please
audible,
say
sir?
your name. Yes.
Yes, sir, I am Ritumani from Korimganj College.
Okay. Yes, please tell.
Hello, sir. Are you hearing, sir? Yes, sir, I am Ritumani
Yes.
from
We
Korimganj
can
College.
hear you.
Okay, sir.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So at the very outset, I would like to offer a sincere thanks to the organizer, especially to the Kokrajhar Government College for giving us the opportunity to participate in this program. Actually, sir, during this pandemic period, we have taken lots of pains to organize this particular workshop in a very much systematic and scientific way. And actually, although the theme or content of the workshop is very much simple, but not so much easy task to reorganizing a thesis or any writing in a scientific and systematic way so that it can be acceptable by the scientific society. So actually, being a learner, being a student of economics, a lot of things during the last 3 days journeys of this workshop. So in this regard, I'd like to offer sincere thanks to our research person, to Dr. Phukon, sir. He has elaborated all the things, and especially, sir, your is very much, sir. It is very much actually interesting to hear all the through the whole session. The last series, we are not feeling any boring. On behalf of participants of the workshop, I would like to offer sincere thanks once again to the Kokrajhar Government College for giving an opportunity to participate in this workshop. And especially what happened, the way, how we can start the citation specifically. Right now, we have to publish different papers in journals for our academic advancement. And that is the way that he has shown how we can cite it scientifically and how we can check the grammar, or he gives some to check the plagiarism also. So I think all these things will be help us in our coming days to come. So once again, from the bottom of my heart, I offer the sincere thanks to the organizer. And looking forward to in coming this to come if we get opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ritumani Haloi, sir, for your feedback. This will encourage us to do more such programs, maybe research methodology or something like that, research related, how to compile your thesis in a even in a longer duration. Say it was a three days duration. We can
yes,
make
if it
an
is 7 days,
FTP.
it is good for sir. Minimum 7
Yes,
days.
we can make an faculty development program also in future.
Yes,
If
sir.
it is useful to you. Thank you for your nice feedback. And from Karimganj, despite these network issues, people are attending.
Yes.
So it's nice to hear that.
Okay,
thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.
Anybody else wants to say something?
Hello, sir.
Oh, hello.
Hello,
Shivankar Majumdar, yes, please, you can also tell.
So first of all, I want to thank everyone working behind the screen and on the screen for this beautiful webinar you have created. So first of all, I would like you to take one incident about my childhood days and connecting to this webinar. That I think I was in class 7 or 8. I had an interest in Microsoft Word when the teachers first introduced their computer languages in our school. So after that, maybe 1 year or 2 year, we learned a little about MS Word or MS Office, maybe a little. So I think I have not no interest in that field at that time. But when I came to college, so after coming to college, I at my class 11, I read in Kokrajhar Government College. I took there I have to take 4 subjects as my elective subjects. By chance I have got computer science as one of my subjects. So from there, I think Microsoft again we have been introduced MS Words and MS all those things we have been introduced, including C and C++. So I have never thought that I would learn this MS Word again. I have left in school. So the faculty in our college was very good because on the other hand, and I learned many things. But again what happened that on my UG, I am a UG student. So on UG that I'm a mathematics honor student. So I have never thought I will again be introduced by computer languages. So this computer language means many other things are there related to computer software and new technologies are coming nowadays. So it's a global message that nowadays that these languages or any other languages we should learn 1 or 2 languages, maybe more. So to compensate our knowledge in a broader term, because the new generation will be coming in this new era is coming, because and the new era will not write anything with their hand or anything. So the new era will be like that. They will be more technological dependent. So I will encourage everyone to learn at least 1 or 2 languages, including this. So thank you, sir.
Thank you for your feedback, Shivankar. Next, I think we will move to our agenda, and for that, I think we have to move to Dr. B.K. Das sir, and we'll have to invite our
yes, we have to invite our convener, sir.
Yes, sir.
Vice Principal, sir.
Vice Principal, sir. So whether he has joined?
Hello, sir. Sir is there. I request our Vice Principal, sir, to share his views and offer the concluding speech.
So it
meeting or the workshop has come to an end almost, and we can claim that from the different views of the participants that the online workshop on efficient use of Microsoft Word in thesis writing is successfully concluded today. So when our resource person, Dr. Ambeswar Phukon, first placed the proposal to arrange a workshop first time, I thought most of the institutions of the world and some of the forwarded institutions in India also instructed to use the LaTeX, not to use the MS Word for writing the thesis. So what will be the use of these types of workshop? And at the same time, another thought conflicts by diverting my thoughts of the previous point, that when I started to do my research work, it was the year 1990. The computer era comes to India first, and at that time, there was no Microsoft Word, no any tools for writing thesis or writing any file. We used to use the DOS version, and at that time, I had one format, that is to write the equation. That was very difficult to write the equation. With that, we tried to write the equation in DOS version. But I have completed my PhD work in 2008. So in course of time in 1995, first this MS Word version of Windows 95 came out, and my younger brother, maternal younger brother, has told me that Dada, you are lucky enough that Microsoft Word is come out to write the files and thesis. So it will be easier. So I have started to use the MS Word, but in that time, that was a difficult one to write an equation. In 95, they have given a Corel equation, Corel draw equations to write the editor to write the equations. And when the version is changed to 97 or 2000, it becomes difficult to get the previous equations. It becomes haphazard to write the previous version. You cannot get the earlier one. So that was a difficult. But from 2001 or 2, the scenario has changed, and the previous version you can see in the higher version automatically. So it becomes a revolution to the MS Word. But at that time, I was not aware of the LaTeX. LaTeX, I first heard the name in North Bengal University when I go to the university to do my PhD work. So I have started in 1990, yet I registered myself in 95, and then it becomes very difficult to get the knowledge of LaTeX from anybody. Everyone is busy. They are talking that we have no time to show you the editor. After that, I have somehow one of my younger brother, you may say, in the North Bengal University, he has given me 3 files of his own that you can use this and you can learn easily LaTeX. After that editor, I have started to go through the files, and first time or second time, third time I failed. But after that, I have become an user of LaTeX, and I throw out the window version because that seems to be ugly than the output shown by the LaTeX. So I plan to use the LaTeX version, and at that time the different institutions from the outside the India, they always instructed to write the paper or thesis in LaTeX, not in MS Word. MS Word was not popular, and one of my paper was also rejected as I have sent it in MS Word. But when I become the use of LaTeX, I become to some extent an expert in writing the paper. I have seen that it has many advantages. You can organize the references as said by Phukon sir, that LaTeX has no advantage like the references. That's not correct. I have write one new says that format, own format to the bibliography, and with that I can able to write the any references automatically, and it arranges always as like as the dictionary. Even the title, if you want to title first, then name. If you want to name first, then title. Everything can be arranged. That advantage it has. So always this LaTeX has more advantages than the MS Word. And MS Word also thinking that how can we make our MS Word popular? And when I got the MS Word version of 2007 or 2010, not 7, 2010, and officially 2010, I have seen that every equation which is written in Microsoft Word can be converted to the LaTeX form. The linear option is there. If you click there, by clicking click, then it becomes a equation in writing written in LaTeX. So you can copy it and paste it to the LaTeX editor and get the output easily. So I have thought, whatever be the case, but as it is very difficult to use the LaTeX, so why not the MS Word? And that's why I have said, you go through this workshop, certainly the thesis writer will get benefited from this. And I have seen the feedback and also the communication through the resource person. It has established that it becomes a successful one. So I also want to thank Dr. First time Dr. Polita sir for giving his keynote address. In that keynote address also, he has suggested something to reflect in the workshop. And I am very much pleased that all this suggestion is fulfilled by our, I will not say that expert, because the resource person has expresses his view that he is not an expert in computer science, but certainly the participants has get an experience that how much expert he is in that MS Word. So with this, I hope that all will find the knowledge obtained from this workshop is very much useful in writing thesis. With these few words, I thank you all, and I conclude my speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Vasak sir, for your useful and timely, well-coordinated speech. In your brief speech, you could compare MS Word, LaTeX, and your experiences, and this will be helpful. And you pointed out a very interesting thing here, that our Dr. Phukon sir, directly he is not an expert. He has put everything in such a way that he is a great expert in Microsoft Word, and that our participants can learn from that. And by repeated practicing and repeated study, one can become very good at handling any software. Then I will now again thank you, sir, for your precious time and your speech. Now I would like to hand over the microphone to Dr. Basanto Kumar Das, sir, regarding announcement of feedback and other things. Over
Thank you.
to
Thank you,
Dr.
Leeladhar. Thank you, Leeladhar.
BKD, sir.
Dear participants, feedback will be given in the chat box shortly, so that you can fill up it, and be careful. On the basis of today's feedback, certificates will be generated, and you will get the certificate in your email address. So while putting the email address, you check it repeatedly. If there is any mistake in the email address, probably you will not receive the certificate. So I request all of you to be careful in filling today's feedback form. So the link will be given in the chat box shortly. So Leeladhar.
Sir, the link will be shared here in the chat box. We are giving it.
Yes.
And we are almost coming to end of the
program. Yes.
Program. The last, I think, it remains vote of thanks. The last agenda.
Yes. So, respected Vice Principal Dr. Shibu Basak sir, Dr. Kamal Bodosa, Head of the Department Economics, Kokrajhar Government College, Dr. Ambeswar Phukon, Associate Professor of Mathematics, Kokrajhar Government College, my esteemed colleagues, and dear participants. So, first of all, I should thank from my core of heart to all the participants from different corners of the country for their patience and organized and constructive participation in the long three-day program. Thank you all. Thank you once again. Then I extend my heartfelt thank to our principal, Dr. Bonobina Brahma Madam, for her valuable inaugural speech and the help due to which we can make this program a grand success. Then I express my heartfelt thanks to Professor H.K. Kolita of CIT for his keynote speech. He has enlightened the program by his valuable speech. Then I express special thanks to Dr. Ambeswar Phukon. He is the person whose tireless effort make this program a grand success. I offer my thanks and gratitude to Dr. Shibu Basak sir, Vice Principal and Head of the Department of Mathematics and convener of this program. His valuable suggestions help us to conduct this program. Then I express thanks to Dr. Kamal Bodosa, Assistant Coordinator, IQAC of the college, for his valuable speech. I must thank Dr. Timasa Doibrang Musahari, Associate Professor of Mathematics, Kokrajhar Government College, for his valuable suggestions. I thank Mr. Leeladhar Chauhan, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, for moderating all the sessions as well as preparing all the strategies along with other members of the organizing committee. At last, I must thank all the members of the organizing committee, particularly Mr. Dhiren Shetty, Assistant Professor in the Department of Mathematics, Mr. Bhishmonarayan Shorgiari, Assistant Professor in the Department of Botany, Dr. K. Patuari, Associate Professor in the Department of Chemistry, Dr. Moinul Haq, Assistant Professor in the Department of Chemistry, and all the faculties of the two departments for their valuable help and suggestions. At last, I hope that we will get cooperation from all the participants in future program. Thanking you all, Dr. B.K. Das, Head of the Department of Chemistry and Joint Convener of the 3 days workshop. So thank you all. Over to Mr. Leeladhar Chauhan.
Thank you, Dr. Basanta Kumar Das, sir. So we are at the end of this program. As sir has already told, we have given the feedback link in the chat box. So you can use that link to put your feedback there. And remember, if you have to put your email ID properly plus your name, etc. properly, then your correct certificate will be auto-generated to your mail. Next thing is that regarding the study materials, we will request Dr. Phukon sir to put the study materials, if anything which he wants to share, in a PDF form, and then that can be shared. And regarding the video link of these sessions, you can always go to our college website www.kgc.edu.in, and on the home page you will see a webinar YouTube channel. I repeat, webinar YouTube channel. There you can find it. Even if you don't get directly from us the link in the channel, there we will upload it by today's session. Its video will also come up. So thank you all for your perseverance, for your efforts to attend this program. And with this, we wind up today's program. I hope all of you have been benefited by this. Thank you, sir. And I will disconnect this meeting now. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you.